Hello, my Earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. This reading is specifically for my Divine Feminines tuning in. We are doing a timeless reading focusing on your Divine Masculine. And does your Divine Masculine still desire you? And how does the masculine feel about the connection at this time? So this reading is mostly for those who are in separation or at least going through some sort of challenge in the relationship. So we'll take a look at that. And general as always, guys, it won't resonate with every single person. Please do take from this reading what makes sense for you and release the rest. And if you're interested in your own personal private reading at this point in time, I still have mini readings as well as the basic ones available. I have put the full length ones on hold through the month of December just to give me a chance to catch up on the ones that I already do have available. And so I'll open that back up as of January 2nd. So that applies to all categories, whether it's a mini reading, basic, or a full length one. Okay, so they'll all be available starting the 2nd of January of next year. But as of right now, you can still go ahead and book the mini ones and the basic ones. Okay, guys, so all of that info, if you're interested, is down below in the description box. And as always, I'll include a link to all of the decks and creators that you see here today, Earth signs. So let's get started. These are the 3 decks we'll be using for the focus messages when it comes to your connection with your masculine. The first one is by my Soul Sister Angelic Revelation 144, Divine Desires, Twin Flame Messages. The second one is by Bridget Ralph, Divine Essentials, The Masculine's Madness. And the third one is by Sister Moon Tarot, Twin Flame Poetic Confessions. Any deck that's got references to Twin Flame in the title, that's just the name of the deck. So if you don't identify with a Twin Flame connection, you don't have to. Okay, so let's focus more so on the messages that present itself here. Let's take a look, starting off with the Divine Desires deck. So do they still desire you? Does this Divine Masculine desire you? So we're looking at the physical desire here initially. All right, let's grab, I'm guided to this one here. Set the mood with music, candles, scent, oils, flowers, and anything romantic. How nice. Okay, this could also be something that you guys really enjoyed when you were together before, okay? A very romantic setting here. You know, you've got the music playing, you've got candles, you know, scented oils, beautiful flowers that just set the mood. Really nice, okay? And depending on where you guys are at on this journey, my feminines, you know, especially if you're in separation from your masculine, perhaps this is something that you would love to experience with your masculine again. Or this could simply be where your masculine is at in their headspace and what it is that they want to bring to fruition in the partnership in the future sometime. But we'll have to see how this is all going to unfold. But that's a really nice message. So the masculine's madness, let's grab a message from here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for this timeless reading for my earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Focusing on the Divine Masculine here. All right. The masculine's madness. Let's grab this card. New perspective. I finally see what I've done. So what did they do? You know, more than likely if you're having challenges or are in separation, it wasn't good. And this is giving them clarity to be able to see things from a different perspective now, a new perspective. That's good. So we'll add to that. Okay, so let's grab your third focus message here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. All right. Guided to this one. We've got sadness. I put a smile on for the world. I go about my day, but inside I'm crushed. I can't look at your picture without getting that sad rush. So what this is telling us for some of you is this masculine still has pictures of you. They're looking at it. It makes them very sad. They miss you. Maybe it's been a long time since this masculine has been able to smile, since you guys are not together. And perhaps, my feminines, you're able to relate to that for yourself, that you as well are very sad because you guys are apart right now. Okay, so let's continue. Let's see where the issues are, and that is where we're going to start. This is a deck called Issues by Fire Witch Tarot. So what are the issues? What contributed to the problems here, my feminines, when it comes to your divine masculine? So we do know from the focus messages that the desire certainly is there. They want to bring the romance back, and they're very sad that they're not with you. Okay, so what are the issues here? Work, 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 always working, workaholic, all about their career and hustle, which isn't a bad thing, but if that's all that they're focused on and it creates an imbalance in the partnership because they can't spend time with you, then yeah, it becomes an issue. It then becomes an issue. Can't hear. Not a good listener. Doesn't hear you out. Doesn't pay attention. Okay, so this is a contributing factor in the relationship. Maybe when you guys are talking, you feel like your masculine just isn't listening to you, or that they don't even give you the opportunity to get a word in edgewise, that they're so busy trying to express themselves and their point of view that they're not even giving you the opportunity to speak or to say what it is that you need to say. And so going back to this message, I finally see what I've done, new perspective, that might have something to do with it. And also, if they threw all of their energies into work instead of the relationship, that as well is a problem. And then we've got challenging lover. Okay, they might have been really impossible to deal with at that time, difficult to deal with. Or they just create challenges and issues and problems where there shouldn't be any. And so now they see the error of their ways. They're seeing it with a different set of eyes. And they want to be able to bring the romance back. And it makes them very sad at this time, feminines, that you guys aren't together. More than likely, you're not together. Hot and cold. All good, then all bad. In and out, yes, then no. Okay, so there was this in and out energy. Things would run hot and cold between the two of you. And that's because I feel they weren't dedicating their full energy towards the partnership. They might also have made you a ton of promises that did not pan out. You know, it's like, oh, okay, I'll be there. Okay, let's do this. And then, oh, sorry, I got to work late. You know, lots of excuses, I feel. Could have been a factor as well. What else, please? What other issues for my earth signs here when it comes to the masculine? Under surveillance 24/7, being watched closely all the time. Okay, so perhaps, my feminines, you made your masculine feel like you were always keeping tabs on them, that they couldn't go anywhere or do anything without you knowing about it. And if that's the case, maybe it made your masculine feel very uneasy. Now, on the flip side of that is you might also feel that you yourself couldn't do anything without getting your masculine's approval, or that they're always watching you, that you couldn't even go out with your friends or do this and that, and, you know, just constantly being watched. And that's not a good feeling. Being watched and closely monitored all the time. That's not cool either. Last one, problematic. Creates problems all the time. Becomes a damn problem. Headache, dealing with them. See, that keeps popping up. Challenging lover, they're difficult to deal with. You know, they throw all of their energies perhaps into work. They're, you know, and then when you guys do talk, they're not a good listener. And they create issues where there shouldn't be any. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I just looked at the bottom of the deck. Look at this. No treats, okay? Hardly takes you out on dates. Little effort in entertaining you. So for those who are in separation, no wonder. Because you weren't going to be putting up with that nonsense. You know, there has to be equal give and take in a partnership, and I feel that was an issue here. That was a part of the problem, and they were just very difficult to deal with. Okay, so let's add to this. This is a deck called the Twin Flame Dilemmas Oracle by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. All right, so we already know what some of the issues are. What are some of the dilemmas that you guys encountered and dealt with? What could that be? All right, angels and spirit guides, please. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Issues and dilemmas here. What do we have? Get grounded. Okay, it's like, hey, come back down to earth. It's like you're too much on your pedestal. Focusing on yourself is what I'm feeling from the masculine here, and not putting in enough effort in the partnership. Lies keep on growing. Okay, so some of you guys were dealing with a masculine who was not being truthful with you. In a dream state, wake up. So for some of you guys, you might be in this dream state that it represents here, and maybe you're being asked to kind of wake up and really face the music of what's going on here. But this could be the masculine too. It's like, hey, wake up. If you want to have your feminine back in your life, then wake up and do the right thing, or become a better partner, become a better listener, and stop creating issues and problems where there does not have to be, and start being truthful and upfront and honest with the feminine. Now, this is interesting. Autumn, turning over a new leaf. Depending, of course, on where you live throughout the world, you know, it is autumn season here in the States, and something might happen here, guys, during the fall season, during autumn, when it comes to this partnership. So if you haven't heard from your masculine, if you guys are in separation, you don't know what's going on with them, you might be in contact with them sometime during the course of the autumn season here. Look at this. Have faith. It might not seem like anything's going to work out in your favor, perhaps, my feminines, but have faith. It might just turn back around. There's this opportunity for ascension in this partnership, getting you guys out of the challenges that you've been dealing with that's been bringing both of you down, I feel. And then lastly, we've got mending a broken heart. So again, going back to the masculine, I finally see what I've done. New perspective. They see. They've had clarity. They're acknowledging that they haven't been the best partner for you. They know that they broke your heart. They know that they hurt you. Okay, and they're wanting to mend that broken heart of yours. So that's good. They've got some work to do for sure, but it looks a lot better that they're at least acknowledging the fact that they contributed to the problems and the issues and the challenges. All right, so we're going to use another one of Fire Witch Tarot's deck. This is her Opium Twin Flames Tarot, okay? So let's take a look here and see what else do we need to know when it comes to this connection. So yes, the divine masculine still desires you, my feminines. And as far as how this masculine is feeling at this point in time, it's very sad because they know they contributed to the problems and they're wanting ascension here. So just have faith, trust that this masculine will be able to do the right thing here. They know that they weren't a very good partner to you before. All right, what else do we need to know here? All right, so we've got the Three of Swords coming up in the reverse. So some of you guys might be dealing with an air sign here. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. So this is heartbreak in the upright. I mean, look at that image, you know. It's in the reverse here, guys, so that's how we're going to interpret it. So this is recovery. This is forgiveness. This is a heart that is mending. That's good. And then we've got the Eight of Cups here. So the Cups energy, some of you guys might be focused on a masculine who is a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So Eight of Cups is leaving something behind, walking away. So I do feel, my feminines, for those of you in separation, you walked away from this masculine because they were just impossible to deal with. They were very difficult to deal with. They weren't treating you the way you deserve to be treated. And maybe there was no romance, or romance was lacking because they were working too much. And then when you guys finally had some alone time, they couldn't even give you the time of day to be able to just listen to how your day was going, you know? That's what I'm feeling from that. But we do have the Ace of Wands. All right, so Wands is fire. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So the Ace of Wands is being able to create something new in this partnership. Because they still desire you. That we do know. You still inspire them somehow, my feminines. Wow. And then we've got this Eight of Swords. So we've got more air energy coming through here. Okay, so for some of you, your masculine might be chained to a situation. Could they be chained to their job? Maybe. For some of you guys, maybe you had a masculine who was unfaithful or who just could not commit to you. They have to be able to break these chains that are binding them to someone or something that perhaps they feel the need to get out of that situation, because somebody who's in this Eight of Swords energy is feeling restricted somehow. It's a feeling of imprisonment, like you're trapped, you know? And also what I'm getting is if this masculine at one point in time felt trapped in the relationship, like they just didn't have enough freedom to do what they needed to do. Again, we've got under surveillance 24/7, being watched and closely watched all the time. So again, if this masculine felt like they were constantly being monitored and they felt trapped in that situation, maybe it was this masculine for some of you guys that ended up leaving because they couldn't handle that. So I'm just getting that for some of you guys. But, you know, my feminines, you're coming through as this very powerful, beautiful, sexy empress. Look at that. Okay, so you can manifest some amazing things in your life because the empress is manifesting growth in whatever area of your life you direct that energy towards. And we're focusing on your love life here. So yes, absolutely, you can still manifest this divine masculine in your life. It's a beautiful energy, but it's also right now a time for you to be very nurturing with yourself. Okay. And then you've got the Strength card right after that. So some of you guys might be focused specifically on a Leo here. The Strength card is tapped into tolerance, having compassion, you know, your inner strength, your willpower, having courage and the ability to endure hard times and adversity. And you could certainly still have emotional attachments to this masculine, especially those of you in separation. Your heart, this masculine has always had your heart, but you weren't going to be putting up with their nonsense either. So I feel for some of my feminines, you walked away because they were not coming towards you, being the type of partner that you needed. And then we've got this. Look at that. The Ace of Swords. So we've got quite a few swords coming through here. Air energy, very prominent. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. So the Ace of Swords is clarity, which is needed here. It's a breakthrough. You know, the Ace of Swords is coming from a place of victory and power. It's a great card. A new beginning, cutting things out of a situation that don't belong there anymore. Okay. And I really do feel for some of my feminines, you know, you took control of the situation when you had to. There was a point in time somewhere down the line you had to cut this masculine out because either there were infidelities or they were too busy working and they couldn't be there for you and they just weren't treating you right. So we have a new beginning that's being offered here. And I really do feel, going back to the new perspective card, I finally see what I've done, that this Ace of Swords is really very complementary to that message. This masculine has had clarity. It's like that light bulb moment. It's like, uh-oh, I better get my shit together or I'm going to lose my feminine. And look at you, my feminines. Look how sexy you are. You're coming through as this Queen of Wands. Wow. Beautiful. The Queen of Wands is very confident. Very confident in your own energy. And you're not going to be putting up with no nonsense from this masculine, you know? You're very confident inside and out, and it shows. It shows that you're loving yourself. And perhaps this masculine is picking up off of that. It's like they see you being confident and standing in your seat of power, focusing on building up your strength and how you see yourself. Amazing. Love it. Okay, so that's what's coming through from the tarot messages. There's an opportunity for a new beginning here, and to be able to heal that broken heart. They still desire you, and they want to be able to create a fresh start with you, I feel, my feminines. That's what's presenting itself here. So let's go ahead and give this masculine the opportunity to speak up here. This is my Thinking Man Oracle Volume 2. So what does this masculine have to say at this point in time to the feminine? And of course, my feminines, take whichever one of these messages makes sense for you, because they may not all apply. All right, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, focusing on the divine masculine here. What does this masculine want to say to the feminine? Are we really done? So my feminines, it's up to you what the answer is to this. I feel for those of you who are really resonating with this, you don't want it to be done, you know, but maybe some of you guys had to walk away to just be able to love yourself. Put yourself back on your priority list. Love yourself the way perhaps this masculine failed to love you at that time. But what's clearly coming through here is that there's been a shift. There has been a change here towards ascension, and you're being asked to really trust in the process, trust in the journey, and just have faith that that can still happen. The next message: I wish life had a rewind button so I can fix us, so I can tell you all the things I wanted to say but never did, so I can hold you in my arms and never let you go, so I can make us right once again. You see? So this masculine really wants to make things right here. And they're very sad that things even went in the direction that it did. And remember how I mentioned that some of my feminines, I feel you did walk away from this masculine? They're very loudly saying it here. It's like, stay. Please don't go. Don't walk away. Don't leave us behind. Next message. I may look tough on the outside, showing the world that losing you is no big deal. On the inside, I'm a fucking mess. Look at that. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. This next message, super interesting. Because remember how we ended up getting under surveillance 24/7, okay? Being watched closely all the time. The tables have turned. Look at this. I've been keeping tabs on you. Are you keeping tabs on me? And maybe that's the case, that you guys are both keeping tabs on each other, maybe on social media or however way that's happening. But if this is something that they weren't too thrilled about when you guys were together, now they're doing it. You know, it's like, I wonder what my feminine is up to. And so now they're questioning. It's like, well, are you watching me too? It's almost like they want it. They want you to watch them and see how miserable they are and see how sad that they are without you. All right, let's grab a couple more here. I miss your voice, your laughter, the endless hours of conversations we had about anything, about everything, about nothing in particular. Oh, how I miss you. Yep, you are missed, feminines, you are. Okay, and last message. I'm being divinely guided back to you. Will you take me back? You know, so some of my masculines here might be feeling just a little bit apprehensive as to what the feminine would decide. Is there a chance here? You know, are we really done? Will you take me back? So there's this element of uncertainty because they just don't know. And you are in a seat of power here, my feminines, to be able to allow this masculine back in or not. It's up to you. But clearly what's coming through these cards is you are desired. Yes. You are loved. You are cherished. I mean, they want you. They don't want it to be done. They're a mess without you. So all of the things, all of the issues, the dilemmas that contributed to why either you broke up or you're going through some issues and challenges in the relationship right now, they see it now. They get it. It's like light bulb moment. It's like, I get it. And I'm going to do what I can to fix this so that we can have this ascension towards a better future where you guys could be really happy, have a new beginning, and amend the hurt of what's happened in the partnership. Okay, so let's add to this. We're going to grab some messages from the Divine Time Oracle. It can have some time frames here. We've already got the season of autumn that's represented here as to when something might happen between the two of you. So let's see what this deck says. This is the Divine Time Oracle by Bridget of Divine Essentials, okay? And there are also numbers here, so angel numbers and particular numbers that might be significant to you. Angels and spirit guides, please, for my earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. All right, what else? What else, please, angels and spirit guides? Something sweet or something sour is coming for you within the hour. Trick or treat. Now, this is interesting. I mean, obviously, Halloween ended not too long ago, so somebody might really love the season of Halloween or this time of year. Again, we've got autumn season, Halloween. Okay, somebody might have a sweet tooth here or love things that are sour. Sweet and sour is what's coming through here. So it really depends. Now, this is quite interesting how it says trick or treat. And remember, from this card, it says no treats. So you ended up not getting any treats from your masculine before. But I really feel here that they're wanting to bring that towards you now. Sooner rather than later. Look at this. 212 coming through. Awakening partnership, manifesting thoughts, progression of love. Yes. And that all creates this ascension. So you guys weren't meant to stay where you're at. You are meant to have this ascension with your masculine, my feminines. You know, they're going through this awakening. They're really wanting to manifest this in the 3D world. They're wanting to make progress in this partnership. They still love you. They still desire you big time. 999. This is so perfect. Endings, cycles, close, new beginnings. And it's true. You got to close one door in order to open up a new one, in order to open up a new opportunity. That's why you're being given a new beginning here. You've got 10-10. Shifting timelines, wholeness, completion. Yeah, I do feel that things are coming to completion here. It's very similar to the World card energy in tarot. There are certain cycles that need to phase out and close. There's been a shift in energy here. And I feel in separation, there's this emptiness, this void between the two of you. And when you come together as two people who really love and care for each other, you feel whole. You feel complete. 888. I mean, these are some amazing numbers popping up for you. Strength, abundance, infinite connection. We already have the strength card coming through here, remember. Okay, so you have to also realize that you're a lot stronger than you might be giving yourself credit for, my feminines. That you've been through a bit of a rough journey here with your masculine. And abundance comes in many forms, as I've said many times in my readings. Abundance can come in the form of money and finances, a job, absolutely, employment. But abundance can also come in the form of love and affection and romance. This is a connection between you and your person that is forever, you know, infinity. Wow. I mean, really, I feel, my feminines, that it's just a matter of time before you and your masculine reconnect. That is what I am getting from that. All right. So this isn't a super long reading. I just wanted to get some messages for you guys who really want to know where your masculine is at on this journey. So let's close this out with some final messages from your angels. Now, this may or may not pertain to your love life because it can apply to anything. But when it comes to this connection, we will certainly welcome any messages of love, romance, for the future and where this could go. It looks really positive here, my earth signs, as to the direction that this could go. And this masculine, they want to come back. They want to work on this partnership. So either a reconciliation or just ultimately being a better partner for those of you who are together and just not seeing eye to eye and the relationship isn't going well. Okay? So if you're in separation, it appears that possibly during the autumn season, you might hear from your masculine and possibly talk about coming back together. For those of you who are together having challenges, possibly during the autumn season, things might get better in your relationship. All right, angels, some final thoughts, please. We've got Angel Crystal. Have faith and hope because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't yet see. Amen. Yep, have faith. Don't lose faith because there's something bigger going on here than what you can see with your eyes. All right? So just trust that the universe knows where you're meant to be when it comes to this partnership. You've got Angel Layla also coming through here. Spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective. So, if you're struggling having faith, if you're struggling being able to believe that this is something that can manifest itself, then perhaps it's time for you to just kind of go within and ask for Angel Layla to actually help you to believe and to have faith and to see things from a more positive perspective. And I love how it says that. Positive perspective, and then you've got your masculine seeing things from a new perspective. Okay? And lastly, a message from Angel Shanti, bottom of the deck. I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. I love it. And where does that smooth road come from? From this ascension that you guys are going to have eventually when it comes to this partnership. So beautiful, my earth signs. So I do believe, just based off of what's presented itself here, it looks pretty positive as far as you and your masculine being able to work this out still. It doesn't matter where you guys are at on this journey. You know, you will find a way to heal this heart. You both will, okay? And be able to have the ascension in this partnership that's going to take you guys forward from where you're at. I feel, for those who resonate with this, you've had a bit of a difficult journey here with your masculine, and you guys can overcome that. Plain and simple, you can overcome it. Okay, so that's where I'm going to leave it, guys. Thank you so very much for hanging in there and tuning in. And again, for those who are interested in your own personal private reading, the info is down below, and I have minis and basic readings available, and the full-length ones are on hold for now. But I'll definitely bring that back January. I'm just really needing to catch up. All right, guys, so that's all for now. Thank you so very much for your love and support, and I will see you next time. Take care.